You guys, this vintage haul is so good. I can't wait to show you what I got. If you're new here, hi, I'm Andi. I'm a vintage home decor reseller, and today I'm gonna take you vintage shopping with me, and then we're gonna do a haul. So all the items you're gonna see today I actually got when I was sourcing at the Oregon coast for Mother's Day weekend. We decided to take a trip out to the coast, and on top of spending time at the beach and with family, I of course had to do a bunch of thrifting and sourcing at some of my favorite thrift stores and antique malls out there. This haul is very big and very eclectic, but first I'm gonna take you shopping with me, so let's hit the road. So it is Mother's Day weekend, and I did what every good mother does. I abandoned my family to go thrifting today. So we're gonna hit a ton of shops, although I have my mom here. She doesn't want to be on camera. There she is. So we're gonna hit up some antique malls on the Oregon coast. We decided to come out here for the weekend, and I'm hoping to find some really good stuff to bring home. This vase, Reiku vase. I don't think it's artist signed, but it's 15. But it reminds me of the sky we saw this weekend because the northern lights were visible where we were, and it looked literally just like this. So a set of 2 for 10, which is a pretty good deal. I slowed down picking these up, but I just sold one, so maybe I should get these. So this booth has a lot of great stuff that I of course want. It's very global. This stand, definitely really want. It's actually a great deal, 42. And because you guys know I sell ones that are basically an 1/8 of the size for 78. So I just don't know if I'd want to ship this thing out at all. It's a really good size though. I never see them that size. Ooh, I'm really torn on this one. Okay, you guys, I'm losing my mind. Look at this one. Oh. I just did the same thing. That's this cute little box.
This is adorable.
Yeah, and the piece I just literally got that piece off the ground because I had it shoot out. But this is really pretty. So this is 30.
It's like a puzzle box.
I think like 34. It's in great shape. It's coming off very yellow, but it's definitely more golden in person. And then this wood bust for 38, which is a lot, but also not a lot. Look at that butt. Awesome. Okay, I think this is definitely gonna have to come home with me. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute.
Sorry.
That's a cute one too. And then also this mirror is really beautiful. It has the brass. This is 50. So these are definitely like, they have to be pieces like I would also want, maybe. There's so many good things in this booth. Some very pretty pedestal bowls. They are priced kind of near retail, especially like this one, so I'll pass on these, but a lot of really pretty brass pieces. Very pretty brass pieces. Here's a very cute mushroom plate, 25. That is so cute. I have never seen a cloisonne pear before. Okay, so 55. Thought it's on my budget, but that's really pretty. You guys know me and wicker animals. I have never seen painted chickens before. These are so cute. So $7. There's 2 of them. I won't be getting them, but they are adorable. Another very pretty Indian painted brass etched vase. This one's 15. You can still see the mark of what it cost at Goodwill. So not much of a markup, actually. Yeah, compared to 15. So I thought that was really pretty though. This I'm not sure about, but I think it's very stunning with the way they painted the flowers. So just spotted some beautiful tonala pottery here. I like the flower on that. It's really pretty. And then this very classic style. And then of course this is Italian pottery. It has a chip there, but I have not seen a leaf pattern like this before. And I think it's really pretty. I'm not gonna get it. I do like Italian pottery, but it's not like my thing per se. I'm a little more tonal than Italian, but it is really, I do like the blue with the green on this one. Spotted these people on this top shelf and the nude lady in the middle. Avert your eyes if you can't handle the nudity. but they're like 50 each, so there's still probably margin in it, but yeah, I'll pass on these, but they're very cool because they're just giant. So I asked for a discount because I'm buying 3 things from this really great booth with the plant stand and the bust and the mirror, and so they took $20 off, which was great. So now I feel like I need to buy the other plant stand because now I had a $20 savings, so it'd be cheaper. Ooh. Oh, it's so hard to know because I think I'd probably have to put them on Etsy because I think they would sell for more on Etsy, but already thinking about building the box and it's exhausting me. So I'm like, should I do it or not? I don't know. So these very cool wood candles are a set of 3. So you get the 2 candles and then this other bowl thing. So this, and it even has the info of the person who made them. So I think they're very cool.
They're very cool.
Okay. Mom agrees. They're
Yeah.
so cool. Okay, so I think we're going to get them. So the booth with these cool candles also has a boogie board and umbrellas and dolls and stuffed animals and blow molds and you name it. Booths
And
like this.
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man over here. Oh yeah, right there, Spider-Man. Squishy, Squishmallow. So it's amazing. Booths like this crack me up. You always got to go in them because you can find a gem, but you do have to do some digging. And speaking of gems in this booth, I just took some umbrellas and another piece of art and something else in front of this off so I could see it. It's huge. It's very big. Oh, sorry. There's someone. But yeah, it's $70 on sale. I don't know where I would even put it or what I would even do with it, but this is probably the biggest needlepoint I've ever seen. Mom unearthed the treasure behind more umbrellas. More umbrella strollers. It's this really lovely needlepoint stool. It's $25, and yeah, I like the colors on it.
I do too.
Okay, we're gonna pull it out. So this is super cute, but it's $24, probably because it was painted this lovely shade of mauve pink, but it's a really cute little wall stand. So here's my first thing I'm going to pick up. It is a Italian Florentine style tray for $3, and it's just such a sweet size, and I really like the flowers in the center. So this is coming home. So I really like this blue lidded pot. It's 20 with 20% off, so it's 16. The colors are just beautiful. All right, this I have to think about. I guess it's signed, so I'm going to look on the bottom and see. If it's like just someone's like studio piece or if it's actually by some maker, but the colors are really lovely. So now I feel like I need a needlepoint purse since I'm so into needlepoint at the moment. This is $48. That is very cute. I like even the plastic like area up here. The clasp is very cool. This is a very beautiful bag. So this vendor always has some brass every time I come. This one has been here for a long time. And I'm still amazed that it's still here because it's very cool. I've never seen one with the actual like ball before. This is cute. And I've seen a lot of these lately. They're definitely like outside my budget because there's not a lot of margin, but she always has some good ones. And speaking of brass, I really want these bookends. They're $129, so way outside, but aren't they beautiful? Oh my goodness, look at those. They're so cool. So I have seen a lot of mosaic stuff, but I have literally never seen a mosaic vase. That is amazing. This is only really the second time I've ever seen anything that has the hearts. Like usually it's just these square tiles. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to get that off the shelf and look at it some more. A lot of very beautiful pottery. I really like this one. I like the texture, 18. That's really neat. Anything that has horsehair or the hairline cracks like this usually sells really well for me. So I'll have to think about this piece. So I don't know, is this stone? Oh, it's heavy. That's really cool. I have to look at the tag. What does it say? 48. So yeah, it's definitely stone. I like the swirls. So this religious tray is so neat. Look at all the detailing. So it's $32, but but I have never seen anything like this before. It has like fabric and appliques and the gold and I don't know if it's like someone's like hobby piece or something that actually was sold in Italy, so I have to look at that. So it's 22, and it's definitely, I feel like someone's hobby piece, but it's really neat. So I just found in the same booth, there's so many good things in this booth, some very cool copper trays. So this one with the handles, and then this one has some etching. So this one's 12, the other one's 10. So I think I'm gonna get these. This Reiku pot is really beautiful. I have never seen pink like this before. Usually when people do like Reiku, it's always like in the, you know, in the dark colors, the greens, the blues, but pink, very cool. I'm too afraid to get it off the shelf to look at it some more, but it's 42, so outside my budget. But I really think it's stunning. So I just grabbed this box off the shelf. Now this is 25, so definitely a lot more than I'd like to spend, but this is solid and handmade and really beautiful. And I usually sell the boxes for like 48 bucks or more. So there's still some margin in it. Oh, I don't know. I'd like to get it for less, to be honest. But yeah, I'll have to think about this one too. This is beautiful. So I just spotted this stack of brass boxes. So 5, and the rest are 7. The hinges on them are, like, some of them don't. Like, this one doesn't have any more hinges. But that doesn't really bother me because I can always put something in. So I don't know. I think for styling, like, sorry, bad camera. For styling, I think it would look really great stacked together. So I think I'm going to at least get 2 of these because I really like them. And they're so heavy. So do you guys see what I maybe see? Looks like there could be an Italian piece of pottery and all of this very country basket heaven. So let's see if I'm right. Let me see if this is Italian. It is. Ta-da! That's so funny. Sometimes you just never know what's going to end up in a booth. So let's see how much it is. I'm going to put it down. Let's see. It is 32. So I'll have to do a Google Lens on this particular colorway. I don't think this is probably a Batosi, but I think it might just be Italian pottery, but it is beautiful. Here's another wooden box. Now this is made in Poland, but I love the fact that it has like almost like scales. So I think I'm gonna get it because I'm just like really loving this color. I mean, look at these colors that so this and this with these brass things that I picked up. I'm like, I love when you're shopping and you have like a color story like start to appear. And I also like this. This is 22. So I think that's a little high for that, for me, for resale. But, oh gosh. But that vase is really beautiful. I very rarely see a skinny one like this. Usually they're more round. So very unique piece. So I just spotted another thing that of course I would like, which is that wicker frog. Although technically I already have one, so I do not need a second. But he's so cute. 150, yeah. So not coming home. Thank goodness I already have one, because I'd be really trying hard to figure out what to do if I was just like, this is my first one, but like I have one. But his eyes are unique. Usually they're kind of like that glass marble, but this one are rattan. So he's still so cute, but 150 is a little steep. Okay, so I'm back in my studio space and I have just so many things to show you. I'm not really sure where to start. I guess I'll start with the first thing that I picked up, and then we'll just go from there because I have a lot to get through with you. Okay, so the first thing I grabbed is this very cool basket wrapped bottle. Now I have picked these up before. They do not sell fast, but they do always sell, and they usually sell for a good amount of money. They just have that really great textural element, and I just love that they were all hand done. Like someone just chose a wine bottle and basically covered it with basket. I think it was someone's DIY project, but every single one I've sold has been somewhat unique. This is like the most narrow one that I've ever sold that actually has like a handle. So I really love the color on it. It's largely in good shape. It was only $4 bucks, which is awesome. There's a thrift store chain out at the Oregon coast that it's very like hole in the wall. They don't get a lot of items in, but they do get like one-off pieces like this that are, so it's always worth stopping. But I know I'm probably only gonna get like one thing when I go there. Luckily it's a small space. So I usually like go in, zoom around, and then if there's something I grab it. So this is the first thing that I found at the coast, so super excited about it. So one thing I forgot to mention before we got started is that most of these pieces will be for sale on Etsy, or they're gonna go to my vintage booth space, but I usually put them on Etsy first, and then if they sit for a little while, then I take them to my vintage booth to see if they sell there. So if there's anything you're interested in, check down the description box first, or send me a message, because sometimes I don't get stuff up on Etsy before the video posts. Sorry about that. So just always check with me first before you like feel disappointed. But yeah, usually everything is linked down below, so check there first. So the next item my mom actually found for me, and this is something I may have to keep. So sorry to hit you with something I'm not sure if I'm keeping or not. It is this beautiful original floral painting. If you guys watch my channel regularly, you know that I love anything floral, obviously. And so this, of course, definitely spoke to me. It was 12 bucks, which I thought was really good for original like oil painting that is also framed in this really adorable wood frame that's been painted gold. So I thought it was really great. It also has like the person's info on the back. I love that people used to put like their address return stamps on, or labels on their art pieces. I think there's another piece in here that has like that on it. It's so sweet, just so sweet. So anyways, I thought it was very cool. It's from Mary. So Mary, and she was local to Oregon. So this is a local art piece from Mary. So I thought it was really great. So I don't know if this is gonna be for sale or not, but if you wanna let me know, maybe you can pry it from my hands. But I thought this was really beautiful. My mom found it, so I had to get it. So moving on to some antique mall finds. So I have been getting into copper a little bit more because, you know, I find it on occasion, and when I have listed it, it has sold well. So I found this very cool copper tray. I actually found two at this antique mall. I decided to do just this one because I thought that the shape was really unique because it has kind of like a rippled edge. I really like the scroll detail on the edges here, and I really like the patina too on the side. So this was $12, which I thought was a really good deal. And yeah, I just thought it was really, really unique piece to put on a dresser or coffee table, coffee table. And so yeah, I had to pick it up. We'll see how this goes, but it was a really beautiful piece. And don't worry, for those of you who know that I love to shine up metals, I have learned to leave copper alone. So this will be left alone and the patina will shine through. So more metal pieces that I picked up at that antique mall were these really adorable lidded brass boxes. I thought they were so sweet. Now they were $7 and I think $5. This one is actually missing the pin, but that doesn't really bother me because I think they look really sweet stacked together. And when I showed my mom, I'm like, yeah, I got these brass boxes. She's like, oh, neat. I'm like, but look at them together, stacked. And she's like, oh yeah, now I get it. So anyways, they have to be stacked. So I'll probably sell these for a set, but I really just love the way that they looked. And you know, you can also put stuff in them, although they're old and dingy. I gotta figure out how to get a pin back in that. I don't think it'll be a big deal. This one, yeah, this one is also missing a pin, but I think my husband has enough like little like metal coils and stuff for like his hobby stuff that I might be able to find something in his stash and just like stick it in and call it good. But anyways, other things are really great, and for styling on a surface, I thought they'd be lovely. Okay, so something I actually got outside of that antique mall, which I totally forgot to lead with this. This was outside in a free bin, was this plaster gold plaque, probably something that was like made in Italy. I just thought it was lovely. I think the reason why it was free is that it has like a little bit of a marking right there. And then, where was the other little bit? Oh, right here on this edge. But largely, I mean, like, no one's seeing that. Like, no one's looking at the underside. Like, if you had this on the wall, like, you can't notice any of that stuff. And usually plaster pieces like this, like, they're very delicate. So, you know, the fact that it survived the free bin is like a miracle. So anyways, I may do a little bit of repair work on it, like get some like gold paint and just touch up down there, and then largely it will look brand new, and then I'll list it. But I thought that was like amazing. Usually in the free box you don't get anything good, but I thought this was like a pretty good score. One thing that sells well for me and consistently are these made in Florentine trays. I think they're absolutely beautiful. This one I love because it has the flowers in the center. And then I've never seen this like blue, striking blue color on the outside. So this was only $3, which I thought was crazy. That was like thrift store pricing. So I love when you go to an antique mall and you can find those booths, they have almost like thrift store pricing, especially in Oregon, because our thrift stores are wildly expensive. And oftentimes, you guys know this, I source a lot from antique malls because the pricing tends to be about the same as the thrift store sometimes, with the way that they jack up the prices at the thrift store. But anyways, this is a stunning piece. I was super excited to find it, and this will be available on Etsy. So another thing that sells really well for me are boxes of any kind right now. I would say like boxes like this that are painted and then or stained, and then boxes that are just like handmade and just wood grain. And so it just doesn't seem to matter. I actually got a bunch of boxes recently at an estate sale, and I sold almost all of them except for one, and I picked up, I want to say like 6. So they are flying out of my booth, flying out of my Etsy shop. So I got this one. Now this one was $16, so I definitely paid up, but I was like kind of like overcome in the moment because I really liked the colors and I liked the scallops. I just thought it was really pretty, and then I was starting to pick up stuff that was like in a similar color palette, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get this. So anyways, also smells really good, like old box. I don't know, I mean, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I know that's probably weird, but I love the smell of like old antique boxes, which is weird for me because I hate all smells. Like they're all bad. Fragrances, you name it. But something about old boxes, I'm like, I kind of like it. Maybe the only thing. Anyways, this will be for sale on Etsy, and if it doesn't sell there, it will go to my booth. So while we're on the roll of things that sell well for me all the time, mugs. Now that I have a vintage booth, mugs are a bestseller. It's amazing that people are always on the hunt for a good quality handmade mug, because a mug like this, handmade new, could cost you $40 to $100. I'm not even joking. So when you get one for like $18, it's seen as like a good deal. So I usually sell them for $18 a piece. I think I paid $4 for this. So very good margin on the mugs, and they just help, you know, cover my rent basically each month. And this one has a very good hand feel, which is always very important. You want to make sure it feels good in your hand. So I just love the colors, of course. Like it's the purpley mauve with the cobalt blue, really, really fun, so I had to get it. Okay, so the final thing I think I got at that antique mall before we move on to some more stuff is this very cool, very interesting shaped little dish. I think it's like copper or other type of metal, and then it has the enamel coloring on the center. I thought it was awesome. Obviously for like keys, jewelry, you know, whatever, a great catch-all on a surface. Now there's another reseller that I know, when I went to see her booth, this was at an event like last year, she had a bunch of these types. I guess they were probably some mid-century, I am assuming, because that's the stuff that she usually picks up. And I was just like, oh, I love those. Like the way she styled them, especially like with wood tone things. Oh, sorry, I'm just giving you a preview of the other thing I picked up. God, I just spoiled it. Anyways, but I wanted to show you like with wood tone things, it looks really lovely. So anyways, I was really excited to find this. It was $10. And yeah, I think this is one of those pieces that I really want to keep, but there's some other pieces I also want to keep. And you know, I gotta sell something from each haul. It's so hard, but I do. So anyways, this will probably be available. Okay, so moving on to some more thrift store finds. So we actually went to this other like new hole-in-the-wall thrift store, and it largely had like clothing that was, you know, like when Target has stuff left over, they like, you know, put it up for sale and someone buys it in like a lot. But we happened to go in there anyways because it looked like they had some decor pieces. They had almost nothing, but I did get this set of brass deers. They were only $3 for the pair, which is great. I'm already thinking about Christmas time, because Christmas, you know, for holiday stuff like this. Now I could list these now. I have sold Christmas stuff like any time of year, but for some reason I just have like a mental block about thinking about Christmas unless I'm like near Christmas. I don't know. I'm not sure why. Maybe you guys do too. I don't know. Or maybe you're just like, I don't care if I get a sale. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. But anyway, so I'm already starting to put together a bin of some stuff that I have for Christmas. And that's the other thing I hate about picking up Christmas stuff, is I hate like storing stuff that's like seasonal. I don't know. I also hate seasonal stuff at antique malls when I go in and I just want to buy cool stuff that I can use all year round rather than like stuff I can only use for a few weeks. I don't know. This is getting very down or bah humbug, isn't it? So anyways, I was actually excited about these. It doesn't seem like it now after I went through that whole rant, but I actually was excited to find these, especially for $3. And another thing I got from that thrift store was this very cool, moody original painting. Now my mom actually found this. She's like, do you want it? I'm like, huh, Yes, yes I do. Now this was $25 when everything in the store was super cheap. I mean, you saw that those brass deer were $3 for the pair. So I thought 25 bucks, I'm like, wow, they really, like, they were reaching for the stars on the pricing of this. But it, to me, is really that good. It's super old. I mean, look at it. It's like, this sucker is really, really old. And it is the perfect type of moody with amazing, amazing detail. And it has a little bit of a flaw here. Well, more than a little bit. It has a hole. But frankly, because this piece is so like worn and moody and weathered, I feel like that hole kind of adds to the charm and character of this particular like mood that it's trying to exude. So anyways, I was just like, I had a whole moment when when my mom showed me this. I was like, this might be one of my favorite things that I found that whole trip. Now, it makes me really want to decorate very moody and like, I don't know, gloomy and broody, and just want to just redecorate basically my whole house with this in mind because it's just such a vibe. But my husband would be like, that's depressing, which is not wrong because it does have like that particular, you know, thing going on. But anyways, I thought it was awesome. This will be for sale, but yeah, this may be one of my very favorite things in this whole haul. So the final thrift store item before we get to the rest of the antique mall stuff I picked up is this bust of Jacqueline Kennedy. I know this is like a weird pickup. I'm sure you guys are like, what possessed you to get her? But it's because like it's not a male president. I was just shocked because usually like all these busts are always of the male presidents, all dead, you know, ugh. Like so boring. And this one is of Jackie O. So I thought that was very, very cool. I thought it was really, really unique. So it was only $5. I know that a lot of people admire her for her fashion sense and stuff. So I thought, you know, someone out there might want her. I don't know. So $5, I was just like, I'll just pick it up. But anyways, yeah, kind of a weird pickup for me looking at her. She has like a funny look on her face. She's amused. She's amused. Look, I think she's like amused that I picked her up. She's like, I can't believe you bought me. Anyways, so this will be for sale. I'm not sure where because I feel like she's so, I don't know. Anyways, maybe on Etsy. If not, I'm going to bring her to my booth space. So I still have a fair amount to show you guys. And I got a good amount of stuff at this one antique mall in Seaside, Oregon. It's very good. I always seem to have success there. I got these very interesting and unique handmade candlestick holders. It actually came with this piece too. I don't know why that was included, but it's a 3-piece set. But I thought these were very cool. I love the two-tone of the wood, and these again have the information, and I love that the person used a like America ornament as their sticker of choice for their hand-turned thing. So anyways, Mr. Ferrier in Elma, Washington made these, but I thought they were stunning, and these will be sold as a set, I guess, with this, or, ooh, I think I may take this out and sell it separate, and then just do these two. Okay, I gotta figure that out. I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, anyways, I was really excited to find these. So I also picked up this very cool lidded Native American pottery. I thought it was very, very interesting. I love the colors. I'll be able to clean it up a lot. You guys have heard me say this before. You know, magic eraser can help get off the black marks. It was 20 bucks, so it was not cheap. But usually native pieces sell really well and they can sell for a lot. And I have not come across many lidded pots. The funny thing is, this is the second one that I've come across in basically a month period. So I'm just like, never seen them before, and now I've come home with two. So very, very bizarre, but that's kind of how it goes. You see one and then you attract another. So anyways, this will be for sale. I gotta do a little bit of tidying up on it and clean up before I get it listed, but it'll probably be listed in my Etsy shop. So I picked up some brass pieces. So I got this pair of brass faces. I really like the color and the painted details on it. It really like emphasizes the etched, you know, pattern. So these were $10, so $5 a piece. And then the other one I got is this very cool and even, frankly, even more special vase. I mean, look at the shape, look at the ripple edge, and then also all the different painted details. I thought this was stunning. Now, brass vases, brass pieces like that are slowing down for me, but if they're painted and special enough and at a good enough price, I'll still pick them up. Like, especially like something like this. And sometimes like pieces like this, I kind of want to keep myself. So we'll see. I'll be listing it, but if it doesn't sell, it's not going to break my heart. Okay, so something definitely for me is this beautiful mirror. Now, it's always hard to show a mirror without showing all the things in my office, including, you know, the camera. Hello. Anyways, my mom actually got this for me, and the cool thing is it articulates on its very cool brass stand right here. And I just love the wood detail. I mean, look at the wood grain. It is absolutely beautiful. You can tell a lot more on the back, and then on the bottom here. So this was, oh, this is so good. So anyways, my mom got this for me as a present because she loves me. Thank you, Mama. And yeah, I cannot wait to get this like in my room and styled. So I'm going to be doing a room makeover video probably sometime this summer. So I'm in the midst of planning that. I actually have to like source a dresser, and I need to put up, like, I want to do a whole basically wall of shelving because I have so many cool decorative pieces and I just do not have the space to display them, which makes me crazy because I don't have a ton of surfaces, and the surfaces I do usually has stuff for my son, his toys on them. So I need shelves. Mama needs shelves. So that is my goal, to get my bedroom at least like organized to where I have my shelves up so I can put a lot of my cool decorative pieces around. And I need a new dresser because I have an IKEA dresser from like a million years ago. So anyways, it's a whole thing. I'm in the process of starting to put some like motion and like mood boarding around it. So anyways, that video will come because I know sometimes you guys are like, well, can we see another place rather than just this? And I'm like, no, because my house is a total old fixer and everywhere is a disaster because we're in the middle of projects all the time. So anyways, I'm hoping that will be the first like space I'm going to show you that is not this room that a person could be like, oh, that looks nice. And now like, oh my gosh, she has so much to do. So anyways, that's another tangent I went on. So this is for me. I'm sorry, it won't be for sale. Okay, so another thing I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to sell is this amazing hand-carved nude lady. Look at her. She is very beautiful. I love how they put dimples in above her butt cheeks. So funny. She has quite the abs. And then her boobs are very high up, exceptionally high, and definitely look like they could be implants. Now, I can say that because I have implants myself. I had a double mastectomy 2 years ago as preventative. And so, yeah, definitely, I'm like, oh yeah, you look like you have direct implant reconstruction after a double mastectomy. That's what so I guess what I'm saying is I see myself in her. Just the boob part. I don't have these abs. Do not have these abs. But anyway, so when I saw her, I'm like, oh, she looks like my boobs. So anyways, probably a lot more info than you would like to know. But anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna sell her because I feel like we have a kinship together. But if you want her, let me know. She's really good, really good. There was another nude wooden bust that I saw at a market. This was last year. And I really regretted not buying her. And so that's why I definitely jumped on buying this one. And so we will see. But yeah, I thought this was a very unique piece, so I had to get it. Oh, and if you want to know a little bit more about my mastectomy and why I did a preventive mastectomy and how that all thing went, I actually did make a YouTube video because I had to take some time off from doing videos. So I wanted to give an explanation to people. And I know doing that surgery is really weird and foreign to a lot of people. And so anyways, I'll link it down below in case you're curious. It's I tear up in it, so if you're not in the mood to cry, don't watch it. But anyways, if you want to know more about that particular spot in my life, I'll link it down below. So I also did get 2 furniture pieces. Now, usually I like awkwardly show them to you on camera and it looks really weird and dumb. So I'm just gonna show you some B-roll, some footage of them in like against a wall so you can kind of see the scale. But I got a very cool tortoise shell bamboo stand. I sell these. Anytime I find them, I pick them up. They always sell. I actually sold one and packaged one this week that I got like maybe a week and a half ago. So they always sell well for me, always sell well for a lot. Even though boho is going out, this tortoiseshell bamboo seems to still have like a cult following. So anytime I've seen it, I'm still picking it up. So this will be the biggest piece that I have ever picked up and tried to ship of basically of all time. So I'm already like stressing about it. But the best margin will be for selling it on Etsy versus my booth space. I think I can get more money, so that's why I'm gonna start there and see. But it was only $40-ish, which is a great deal because I sell the small ones for like 78 bucks. I sold like a little bit bigger one. I'll pop some stuff on the screen for 98 bucks. So that's like shows you their value. So I'm only imagining a huge one will command even bigger like margin in return. So anyways, TBD on that. And the other furniture piece I got was this very cool needlepoint stool. So I'm picking these up because people, you know, they love cottagecore, they're loving traditional decor, and needlepoint's having a moment. The stool, it was a good price, really good shape. I love like the tones because not often are they needle pointed in a color palette that I really like or people like. A lot of times it could be reds and stuff that people don't really decorate with as much as like neutral tones. So that's why I had to get it. Okay, so the final thing that I picked up was at this very beautiful aesthetic antique mall. This was just down the road from the one that I went to, that I got all the great stuff I just showed you. It just was a very lovely find because it was in like a pole barn, but it was like super curated and most things were outside my budget. But this piece I had to get because Italian metalwork like this, great seller for me, especially if you can find the tag. Like how you know it's, you'll be able to spot Italian pieces once you kind of see enough of them. But you could also tell because oftentimes they have this little tag. And even if they don't have a tag, you can kind of just tell based on the finish and what they're like. But this is the first time I've seen one with these glass flowers and they're all in great shape, nothing missing, nothing broken. And this I think was 20 bucks and that came with the candle. So, and the candle alone I think was like $8. This was technically 12. The candle was 8. Usually I don't sell stuff with the candle because candles, they don't always travel well because they can melt, especially as we're heading to summer and warp and stuff. So it just makes me a little nervous. But this particular piece requires a very specific chunky candle. And so I may sell it with the candle this time. And now you can't really tell, you know, here, there we go. This candle is really pretty and ribbed and it's like a handmade candle locally and there you can kind of see. So it looks really, really beautiful. So anyways, I may sell it with the candle and just have it be, you know, price up. But anyways, yeah, I thought this was absolutely stunning. So stunning. Another piece I just like, I want to keep and redecorate my house around, but probably shouldn't do that. But anyways, this will be available on Etsy. Okay, so that's all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the haul and shopping with me. Let me know in the comments below what items were your favorite. And if you're looking for more thrifting and decorating content between my haul videos here on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.